Series 9's opening two-parter, The Magician's Apprentice and the Witch's Familiar, introduces us to one of the most visually interesting incarnations of Dalek leadership that we've ever seen in Doctor Who, Dalek Control. This room full of Daleks on Skaro served as the main base of operations in the rebuilt Dalek city, located at the heart of the Dalek Empire, which had finally restored itself to the universe following the Time War, thanks to the Paradigm Daleks. However, by the time Dalek Control came to be, the Paradigm Daleks had already been wiped out at the conclusion of the Siege of Trenzalore, and this new version of the Dalek leadership was now composed of Daleks using casings from across Dalek history, including several Silver Daleks, an Elite Guard Dalek, a Grey Renegade Dalek, a Special Weapons Dalek, and a Black Dalek Commander. These Daleks were led by a new Dalek Supreme, who donned red armour of a similar style to the Dalek Supreme who worked with Davros in the Medusa Cascade. Speaking of Davros, the Daleks of Dalek Control showed particular concern for their creator, who was reaching the end of his life and spent his time in a nearby infirmary facility. It is unknown how Davros survived the destruction of the Crucible, but he was now working alongside this new Dalek leadership to enact a plan to splice the ability of Time Lord regeneration into the Daleks, making them more powerful than ever. And on that point, this particular group of Daleks seemed less phased by their own perceived purity than other Daleks we have seen before and since Series 9. They willingly allowed Davros to infuse them with Time Lord biology in order to make them stronger, a notion which would have likely been met with disgust and loathing by the Daleks of the Cult of Skaro, or the Death Squad Daleks, whose job it is to hunt down and destroy non-conforming Daleks. There has been much speculation as to where this eclectic group of Daleks fit into the established Dalek timeline. Some sources seem to indicate that Dalek Control is the closest thing the Daleks have to a central command after the destruction of the Dalek Parliament during the Siege of Trenzalore, which makes sense, as following the downfall of their mobile capital, the logical origin of the next model of Dalek leadership would be from those Daleks left behind on Skaro. This might even justify the fact that these Daleks are more accepting of working with Davros and being fused with Time Lord abilities. If these Daleks were deliberately left out of the Parliament, perhaps they represent a certain element of individuality and adaptive thinking that would have been disruptive to the Parliament. Whatever the reasons for their existence, it seems as though the Daleks of Dalek Control were responsible for restoring Skaro to its former glory, and it seems as though it wasn't just Dalek Control itself that was unusually diverse. Wide shots of the Dalek city, as well as other scenes set elsewhere in the complex, reveal that the entire facility is inhabited by various types of Daleks. A Paradigm Dalek can even be seen very briefly in one of the CGI shots of the city. Exactly why this is the case is currently unknown, and so far it seems as though this is unique to Skaro, as subsequent appearances of Daleks in New Who have had them conform to a standard design. Following the destruction of Dalek Control at the hands of the 12th Doctor, it is currently unclear as to who rules the Dalek Empire. In Eve of the Daleks, the Dalek Executioners refer to a Dalek Command that apparently has the resources to detect the Doctor's TARDIS and dispatch executioners to deal with her, despite the recent annihilation of their entire war fleet. But it remains to be seen if this command is made up of the remnants of Dalek Control on Skaro, or is a completely different leadership body altogether. What do you think of Dalek Control? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to
Dalek Bumps.